Hello and welcome back to the starting three. I'm Tyler Bednar,
No Robinson.
And you know it's Sarah Gala.
and we have a couple of topics we want to discuss today, but especially the World Baseball Classic. The World Baseball Classic started this past weekend. There's about, I think it's like 16 to 20 teams that are competing in it. States is one of the favorites to win the entire thing. They have a lineup full of all-stars. They have Cy Young winning pitchers. It's that team is loaded. So is Japan. So are a couple other teams. So let's just discuss it. So what are your guys' thoughts on the World Baseball Classic so far?
I'm Team USA. That's it. Team
You
USA.
was
USA. Bring home the gold. Yeah.
I don't know if you guys have seen it on social media, but if you have Twitter, you should be looking at the World Baseball Classic Twitter because I have never seen baseball content get that much traction on Twitter. For example, Shohei Ohtani hit a grand slam, and this was at like this it was like the opening game for Japan. And I wake up and it was like a tweet from 4 hours ago. I want you guys to guess how many likes this had on Twitter.
Probably like
one
a lot.
Yeah, like I want a number though.
Oh.
million.
Oh, sorry.
Wait, can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
200,000 likes in 4 hours.
So I was a million over.
You're you're a little bit. I was probably hyping it up a little too much, but it just proves the point. There are a couple like things I want to discuss today about the World Baseball Classic. One, it's pretty well known that like baseball in Japan is just a different breed, right? The popularity, it's by far the most popular sport in the country. They have a baseball tournament for high schoolers that happens every year, and it sells out stadiums. Like it's basically a religion in Japan. It's that big. Shohei Ohtani is easily the most famous person in that country. I mean, literally any posts you see from either the Dodgers, the World Baseball Classic, Major League Baseball about him, it goes mega viral because he's that big of a deal. So that is just I just love the fact that the sport has become so global, especially in Japan. I mean, I saw a report earlier today, or I was watching a video, and apparently like 40% of the 40% of Japanese households were watching the final game of the World Baseball Classic back in 2023. And that game took place on 8 a.m. On a Wednesday. And 40% of the households watched that game. Like,
Wow.
it is just so different. I think it's great. Like, Ichiro was a huge player in when he came in and was fantastic for Seattle. But Shohei Ohtani is a different level. He's the most talented player to ever grace planet Earth. I mean, he's just that good. And it's been fantastic to see it.
I'm excited for when the actual season starts too. I know we're in preseason, so I'll be in Wrigley for some games for sure.
I love baseball. But I will watch it on TV.
That's really fair. I love a baseball game. Give me a nice hot dog. Let me have a nice barbecue. And like I don't know, that's just peak. It's prime.
That's really nice. Yeah. The outside, I love the baseball. It's just the innings,
Might be a
guys,
little long.
the innings, 9 hours. I want to go home. I'm kind of tired of the hot dogs by hour 10.
Have you seen the challenge where it's like nine dogs in 9 innings, or it's like 9 beers or something, and it's like it's crazy.
999 challenge.
Yes,
Yeah.
and I'm like, there's no way I could maybe do like four. I could probably hit four, but like two every inning or two. I could do one every other inning, but I don't think I can hit nine.
And so do
I
all
don't
these
think
Japanese households, do they have like food when they're watching the baseball? Or
I have no idea what the traditions are when it comes to that. I
Mm.
just know that I mean you're literally brought up to play like specifically play baseball.
Yeah.
I know that like the training regimen out there is completely different than here. They have a different style of play. You'll see a lot of guys are more contact-based hitters and are more, I would say, articulate with how they throw. They're more so like I wouldn't. There are definitely power throwers in Japan who like throw at 100 miles per hour, but they're more so focused on like off-speed pitches and stuff like that. But I have no idea about like the traditions of watching. That's a great question. Um, but my goal at one point is to go to Japan, watch a game at the Tokyo Dome. Because I mean, you watch it on TV, you can see it. Like there's literally a tweet that I saw earlier today of Seiya Suzuki. He was batting. He's a Chicago Cubs outfielder, and they were literally doing chants where they were like standing up and sitting down. And it was the entire stadium like in unison doing this. Like it's
That's cool.
it's so cool to see, and I just think it kind of sort of re-emphasizes the point that I already had in my head at that like sports are big in the United States, but the fandoms are so different like around the world.
Mhm. I
Yeah.
agree. 'Cause
It's
even
like,
like
I'm sorry, no,
you
go
go
ahead. No,
go
go
ahead,
ahead.
go
Go
ahead.
ahead. You go.
I was
You go ahead. It's all you. It's all you. It's all you. I promise.
gonna say something silly as usual.
No, same. I was gonna say something silly too. Like it wasn't even about the topic. You go. You go.
I was gonna say, I mean, I wear these traditional Japanese shoes
Oh,
to
cool.
all the time, and I mean, if I can find them, they're right here. But
Can I
they
see
are
them?
called, yeah, yeah, yeah. They're called tabbies. They're the split toe
Those are
shoes,
cool. I like those shoes.
and they're traditionally like Japanese because like Japanese people wear like flip flops and will have like splits in their toes because it's supposed to like correct your foot posture with like walking.
Yeah,
Um, so yeah, I think it's cool like how Japanese culture is just like oozing its way into everyday life, like with shoes and baseball and
yeah.
watching those traditions just come about.
Very true.
There's I saw it earlier today. I can't find it right now, but I think it was like a leader in Japan. I'm not sure which leader, but they showed up to the game against Australia earlier today, and it was like the first time in like 60 years that that level of person in Japan like showed up to a game. Hold on. I want to
Like
is
the
it the
president,
emperor? I don't know if it's the emperor or the president. This is according to
like the king.
Japanese Emperor Naruhito is slated to attend the Australia-Japan game. According to the
Cool.
Japan News, it marks the first time in nearly 60 years a sitting emperor will attend a pro baseball game.
That's really
Like
cool.
that's
Yeah, that's
yeah,
that's
that's insane. That's crazy.
an
And then the other thing I
emperor.
wanted to discuss about the World Baseball Classic is that there have been like notions online that especially from American-based audiences, that like the World Baseball Classic's just an exhibition game or it doesn't matter as much. But like that may be true for like American players, but if you watch any highlights from the other games, the game matters so much to all these players. For example, Junior Caminero hit a two-run home run, two-run dinger in the sixth inning to take the lead, and he was rounding the bases with so much energy, so much passion. You watch, I mean, you just watch these guys, and it'll be like the second inning, and they'll have a huge hit, and there's just so much energy, and the atmosphere is crazy. Like these games matter. So some people, these games matter as much as like a World Series game because it's about representing your country and playing well. There are a lot of people here in America who are like, these games don't matter as much. But you want to win, you want to represent your country and go take it off in the United States. I mean, this is America's. It's supposed to be America's sport, and I think it's great that more countries every year are getting more involved and having more great players. It's but it's just really cool to see the traditions of these other countries come together and prove that they're way better fans for baseball than we are.
Yeah. I was gonna say is I don't think baseball's in the Olympics, right? Like I feel like
It's returned.
oh, it's returned.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Hmm.
Wow.
Okay, that's
That's
gonna be exciting in a couple or in like 2028. So
Yeah, Aaron Judge, I think, said that I think he was like the Olympics are more important than the World Baseball Classic, which I
I
guess
guess,
I
I
could
guess.
understand that
Yeah.
perspective. Um, but I just the notion that like these games don't matter at all, I think is ridiculous. But I guess it just comes from different perspectives, and I just think watching Junior Caminero go crazy for the Dominican Republic and rounding the bases. Like, seriously, when we're done on this podcast, I want you guys to search it up and watch it. It's literally, it takes him like 20 seconds to go around the bases or 25 seconds, and he's just pumping the crowd up. He's going ballistic.
Funny.
It's awesome to see.
I'll have to look into it.
Yeah.
And there's so many young stars from these like he's only 22 years old and he hit like 40 home runs last year. He's going to be a great player for a long time. And I don't know, it's just I know I keep repeating myself, but it's just so fun to see how important this game is to other people. Like it's such a global sport nowadays, and I think that a lot of teams are sort of shrinking the gap when it comes to like US dominance because it used to be obviously America's pastime. And now, I mean, they haven't won the World Baseball Classic in a little bit, so yeah, it's just awesome to see.
I have something. Oh,
What?
sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I was gonna say on Friday, I don't know if you guys watched, it was Miami of Ohio versus Ohio. Incredibly close game. Miami of Ohio, they have a 30-0 record during that game, and Ohio was like creeping up on them the entire time. And by the end of the game, it went into overtime. They tied up the game. And then it was like 110 to 108. And there was like one shot at the end from Ohio to potentially win the game. And they missed. And it was so cool. I don't know. I was watching a bit of it. I don't know if you guys saw that one in
I
basketball.
saw that on Twitter that that was a big game to complete their undefeated regular
Yeah.
season.
Yes.
Um, I could be wrong, but I thought I saw online as well that that was the first time Miami, Ohio beat Ohio on the road in like 15 years.
Oh,
So that's
really?
like a cool added storyline. I think there have been a lot of people who are talking about how, Miami, Ohio's schedule shouldn't allow them to be a tournament team, but they haven't lost a game
I
all
think give him a
season.
chance. Give
So
him a chance.
Give
like
him
I will admit that I've maybe watched one or two of their games just because it's been on. But I mean,
see.
if you are 30-0, I feel like you should have at least a
Yeah.
shot to go to the tournament.
Hey, yeah, so give him one chance, like what Sarah said. Like I completely agree with Sarah. Like
Yeah.
I you cannot be quick to judge. That's it. Don't judge a book by its cover. Bang, hands up.
Hands up.
Also, just it's like a rivalry game. I mean, those are two teams in Ohio like each other, and I saw that after the game that like the Miami, Ohio players like went over to talk smack to the fans that were sitting there, and they were like just jawing at them and stuff. I don't know. I feel like they definitely are a team to watch from a storyline perspective because everyone loves a little underdog. Like they're ranked in the top 25 now. I wanted to get your perspective as a
Yes.
Bears fan. What were your thoughts on the Bears trading DJ Moore?
Okay, I didn't
Mm,
want them to trade. I didn't want them to trade him. That's all. That's basically. Why did we trade him? I don't think
yeah,
we should do.
I thought it was actually a
I mean, I
I
guess for a better draft pick, I guess. But
also opens up a ton of cap space. He had a high cap hit. He had career lows last in catches and receiving yards. Um, I don't know. I just feel like he's a really good player. He's a really good player. His first season with the Bears with Justin Fields, he was like definitely a wide receiver one, like the top guy. Um, I just feel like there's a lot of young pass catchers on this team. You have Colston Loveland, you have Luther Burden, you have Roma Dunze. Um, like I don't know if he was necessarily necessary to be on the team, especially with how high that contract was. And then obviously it makes it even better when you get a second round pick out of it. I did not think they would get I thought they would get like a third or a fourth
yeah,
at most, but they got a second round pick
I
in
guess it's
this year's draft.
justifiable. Yeah,
So I mean, I understand the move completely. There's we already have a plethora of talent from that in that category, and you're able to use that higher up draft capital to draft somebody maybe on the defensive line who could help you generate pressure because that's where the Bears struggle. and they needed to fill other holes. The wide receiver, the position group of the positional players on offense is like the least of the concerns, in
Yeah.
my opinion. So getting rid of him, even though he was a veteran and was very important to the team, there's no doubt about it. He will be remembered forever by that catch to beat Green Bay.
Oh, totally.
Um, like he is a Chicago Bears legend for that alone. It's sad to see him go, but I think it was the right decision, especially when you get a second round pick out of it.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
think, oh, sorry, go ahead, Noah.
Go, Sarah.
I'm hoping the Bears go far in playoffs next year. I'm calling it. I don't know if they're going to go to the championship, the Super Bowl, but I think they're going to have a better run. Well, they had a good run this year, but a better run next year.
Well,
Next
given
play.
how close their calls there were this season,
Yeah.
I mean, uh, they they came up always in the fourth quarter, so they're just gonna tidy that up. They're gonna tighten that up, and so of course, yes, Sarah, I would 100% agree that they're gonna probably go to the Super Bowl.
We're calling you now in the start of the podcast. We're predicting the future, and when we do, that's it.
Bears
Bear
Super
down.
Bowl
Yeah. Bears to the Super Bowl 2027.
2027 Bears Super Bowl.
That's happening.
Write it
I like
down.
the sound of that, Noah. That's for sure. I like that. I like the sound of that. I do get a little worried that they're maybe going to be a little bit too not they're not going to be as aggressive enough. The team was really good last year. I think there are a couple of keys for them to have the same amount of success as last year. One, you've got to figure out because like the comeback kid narrative is great and he was fantastic when they were down. But like good teams generally aren't going to be trailing in the fourth quarter, so they need to figure out something to get him going in the first three quarters, right?
You're
Like, I
right,
feel like most
Tyler.
great
You're right,
teams
Tyler. Yeah,
don't
you're right.
usually shouldn't be trailing. They shouldn't have seven fourth quarter comebacks. If you're that good of a team, you should be leading in a lot of those games. And then secondly, they got to address I feel like I'm like a broken record because I say it every year. They've got to address the offensive and defensive lines because coming into this offseason, I was like the Bears' offensive line is great. They need a left tackle, but other than that, like it's great. And then obviously with Drew Dahlman retiring,
Mm.
Ozzy Trapillo's injury, now the offensive line becomes kind of not a glaring hole, but definitely more of a hole than it was. Um, and then the defensive line still just like very low on the pressure rate and everything like that from when it comes to the other teams in the league. So you got to address both sides of the ball there. And then I think that they could have a really strong season. Year three with Caleb, second year with Ben Johnson. He was great last year. Um, I mean, the sky is the limit for this Bears team if they can address those holes. I think if they address those holes, we could see them in a Super Bowl the next couple of years for sure.
We just called it in the podcast, so I guess it's now or never.
Yeah, March 8th, 2026, we called it. I mean, Noah Robinson
Yeah,
saying it
no,
now. The Bears
Robinson,
are
Robinson,
betting analyst. There we go.
put money down.
what are the odds? Who are the Super Bowl? Let's see, Super Bowl
I'm gonna check.
2020.
Rams, and probably Kansas City Chiefs. That's probably the most realistic. Rams, Kansas City Chiefs, 2026.
These are
Uh,
according to DraftKings. This is from 2 days ago on ESPN. Uh Rams plus 750, Seattle Seahawks plus 900. The Bears are all the way down to they're
Like,
25 to 1 to win the Super Bowl. They're third in the NFC North when it comes to odds
I'll
to
take it.
even in their own division. They're third. They have the third best. So the betting right now is not favoring the Bears, but that kind of makes sense with the holes that are currently in
Right.
place right now.
Very true.
Let's see what FanDuel is saying.
but yeah.
FanDuel plus 2,700.
Oh,
Yes, the
money.
two NFC West teams are the betting favorites right now.
Nice, nice.
Burr down.
I don't know.
I'm like, and that's a starting three. Yeah. Signing off. Yeah.
You're just saying the country accent.
That's a screenshot right there of all of us doing.
Wait, let me take a picture for the giggles. I love it. It's funny.
Do you have any bets for us, Noah, when it comes to basketball? Are you looking at
Well,
anything there?
right now I'm actually not looking at basketball. I'm looking at bets actually against F1. The season just started, and the 2026 opener. There, I mean, the 2026, yeah, the 2026 opener. Uh, I think I'm trying to see. It's in Melbourne. I'm trying to see who. George Russell and like Lando Norris. They're all racing right now.
Oh, cool.
Uh, However, it's in Sydney, Australia. Not Melbourne, Australia. Sydney's in Melbourne. I don't know. I'm not sure.
It's in Melbourne. They finished last night. George Russell won.
Okay, yeah, yeah. George Russell won, but how Russell, he called Lando Norris selfish after winning the F1 opener. And do you think that's right? Do you think it's bad? Do you think it's like someone like Russell should be calling like a young dude like Lando selfish in a race? Do you think it's appropriate?
Why did he call him selfish? I don't know the context there.
After winning the F1 opener.
After winning the, like Russell called Lando Norris selfish.
Yeah, yeah. And then after he won the season opening in Australia after the Grand Prix in Melbourne last it's on Sunday. I think it's this morning.
It was last night, yeah. But it was like midday in Australia, obviously, because they're like way ahead on time.
Yeah.
Um, I honestly don't know enough to really have an opinion because Russell beat Norris and then called the guy that he beat selfish.
Yes. Yes, yes.
I mean, they're not on the same team or
But
they don't drive the same car or anything like that. Are their team,
they,
is it
they
the
all
same?
they all got new cars, and this is like there's like been a completely new redesign on the cars this season. So everyone's got a new car, and they're on the same tracks. Um, so like Leclerc and Lewis Hamilton, they competed with the top four for Ferrari, and then Norris, the one who he called selfish, he was in the sixth, and he was qualified for the sixth place, but he finished fifth, but he was just a minute behind like Russell. And I mean, they're really complaining that these are new cars and that they're driving really bad. And so because he's basically saying Russell's saying that Norris is selfish for blaming the his time on the car, not himself.
Ah,
Mm,
that's interesting.
yeah. I feel like I don't know too much on F1, so I don't think I have a.
No, that makes sense. But
So
like
is it similar to NASCAR where like the car style, like you're like there are teams, or is it all individual?
no, there's teams, so there's two people per team, and there's two cars, and they all have like cars that might be specifically designed for favorited towards one person on the team, but it's basically you're you're like a blind couple, and you get paired as like and you get married, and
Okay.
then there's just like you're randomly married to this pair, and sometimes you have to like give and take, and then there's egos involved.
Yeah.
Then you get like a third involved, your in-laws or a coach, and they come in and they say, well, you have to give some of the winning titles to the other person. But if you do that, I still want to get more ads. I still want to get more money for, I mean, in recognition and move up in my team. So why should I give it to him? So I mean, you make a decision with that. Um, so yeah, I mean, F1 is really it's like a passive, super passive competitive game, but like it's a very loud sport, but it's passive under. like behind closed doors.
Yeah, I've been trying to get into the sport for a while now. I just don't, I mean, a lot of the time I feel like it's hard to watch because it's in all these different countries where the timing doesn't work. Like I'm not going to be up at 10 p.m. watching an F1 race um on a Saturday night. Um but my roommate in college, he was a big F1 guy. Like watched it all, like I watched a lot of races with him. That and NASCAR. So I've always been trying to get into it. I know like the main guys and stuff, but I could never. I don't know if I'll ever get into it where I'm like, no, I understand the guys' personalities and anything like that, or have like a favorite racer or anything like that.
That makes sense. Yeah, no, it's cool. Like it's more of like you get charmed or
I think it's pretty cool, yeah.
yeah, and they're like I don't know. I like their watches, and I look at it for their watch, and they get sponsored.
Is
But
it crazy to me that Max Verstappen got sixth? Like, isn't that nuts? Isn't he normally way better than that?
yeah, however, I mean he's just now starting to he's got to warm up. It's a new car. They got new cars, so this is like their first time racing against other people in their F1 against their car. So they are going to fix that. They might take a few things off and engineer the car once they get a fix for it because he's only done it on a practice track against himself. So
Against himself.
yeah, it's just like you're racing against yourself, like the time, like you're
Right at
going
the
boom,
time.
and then you see the time on the lap, and you're like, dang it, I'm 1 second behind. I'm gonna crash my car into a wall. But
This reminds me of Mario Kart.
it is Mario Kart.
I played Mario Kart growing up all the time. And I'm like, I'm like, I gotta get first. And I'm like turning the controller.
This reminds me of Cars, which reminds me of how good Hoppers was. I know we saw the
Oh my God, I
movie
love
because I
hoppers.
just the way my brain works is I think of one thing, which then goes to another thing. I thought Hoppers was such a good movie.
There's a
I
few.
mean, I felt like it was a good movie from a standpoint of like the message and also the I thought the humor was kind of there were some parts where it missed, but then there were some parts where like I that was really funny. And I thought it was just a fun story to follow.
Since we mentioned Hopper, I'm just gonna make it the title of this podcast episode, and Ryan's gonna be so confused. He's gonna be like, when he uploads, he's gonna be like, Hoppers explained. He's gonna be like, what?
Deep Hopper's analysis.
Yeah, deep Hopper's analysis, deep dive, full context given, clip by clip of the movie. It's funny.
Question for you guys that I think I've asked each of you already.
Hmm.
What was your favorite Disney Pixar movie growing up?
Okay. Are we talking Disney Princess or are we talking like Pixar? Like, because I have like a
It could be
whole.
anything.
No, do you want to go first? Because I have like a deep analysis. But if you'd like to go first.
Any Pixar movies? Because I forgot. Oh, Wally. I loved
Oh, that's a
Wally.
cute one.
Actually, Ratatouille.
Because that's in my top choice. That was about to say. For me, Monsters University, MU. And then I would say it's Incredibles, Solid
Oh,
Choice for two, Ratatouille three. So that's my pick.
So my
mine.
question for you is why is sorry, Noah, go ahead.
Go. No, no, no. Ask your question.
Why is Monsters University over Monsters Inc? That's the real question.
Have you seen Monsters University?
I love Monster University.
That's
They're
like if
both
you're
great. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that Monsters University is a bad movie. I'm just saying
Don't.
I thought Inc. Like it's hard for me. Like there are only a few movie series where the
second one's better.
sequel is better than the original. Like
You
for
can
example, Cars. The first Cars is the best Cars. One of the few times when the the movies after the original, Toy Story 3, I think is the best in that
oh,
whole
agreed,
film
agreed.
series. 100%.
You can
Mm,
tell me like seeing Mike Sullivan Or you're telling me not seeing Mike Wazowski rushing a frat's not funny. Like, in what world is that like not the funniest thing? And they're going against like Roar Omega Roar, like the top frat on campus. Like, are you kidding me? Like, that's so. And they're playing in the scare games. Are you kidding me? Like, that's so funny. Like, you can't tell me that's not like that's peak humor to me. I don't know. I don't know about you guys, but I will turn on that movie probably like two, three times like a month to go to bed. Like, it's my background noise. You know how people have like noise machines? Like, that's my noise machine, and it's Monsters University. And I have a blanket, and I'll stand by it. Like, any day of the week, that's one of my top. Like, you're telling me seeing Mike Wazowski rush a frat's not funny. Like, that's comedy gold, and I'm 23 for like an adult. I don't know. I don't know.
I'm not I'm not disagreeing with you. I just thought the original was better. That's all.
I think
But
we're
they're
gonna agree
both
to
great.
disagree.
Don't get me wrong. They're both great movies. They're both
Yeah.
great. The one that I did not like or was kind of terrified of growing up was Wall-E. I don't know. I couldn't get behind Wall-E that much. I love but like I'm looking at Pixar movies 2000s. They
Highly,
made
highly
so
intellectual.
many bangers.
They had a lot of bangers.
Ratatouille, Monsters Inc., Up, The Incredibles, Cars, Finding Nemo. I mean, the
They were
list
at like
goes on after
they were
that
at their
too. Like,
prime.
that was,
Yeah,
and almost all of these. And then Toy Story isn't even on. Where's Toy Story at on this list? I have no idea.
There's one thing I
Like
have to
they were.
say though. There's one thing I have to say. I was like, after watching Hopper, I was like, and what, like, who thinks of like how a person's just gonna transform into like a bunny or something like that? You know, or like what was it? I forgot the animal. Like,
one.
what was it?
Okay.
I'm sorry, say that again.
Beaver.
Yes, I'm like, in what world? I'm like, and like make it like so funny and comical and like that's just like so creative. And I'm like, that's like okay, like they're back. I think they're back. Pixar's back.
It was one of their better films in a while. I mean, I
98 on
guess
Rotten Tomatoes.
I think I've gotten a little too old to maybe like a lot of the movies, but I feel like
I like
Coco was the last really good
it.
one
Oh, I
that
love
they
So
produced.
Coco. It's such a beautiful
That
movie.
was a good movie.
yeah,
Yeah.
Soul was that was my one of my top favorite. And I like Soul and
Soul's good.
Wally and Nemo. Those are my three.
Oh, I love Nemo too. That's a cute one.
Nemo, yeah, I would always go touch the butt.
And Crush,
But
he was such a fun turtle.
yeah, yeah, dude, that's totally rough. Give me
Yeah.
noggin.
Give me some Finn. Noggin. So what I'm gonna make this podcast called is gonna call Disney Analysis, and Ryan's gonna be really confused.
Yes, yes, he is.
Well, I think we
So,
have only 2 minutes
uh,
left. So, oh, sorry, on the
no,
timer.
all right. Who's
Oh,
doing the
sorry.
So
actual?
if someone wants to take us out,
Oh, did you have a closing point, Noah? You're about to say something before.
Give me some Finn.
Noggin.
Noggin. And I am Noah Robinson.
This is Sarah Gala,
Tyler Bednar,
and it's the starting three.
thank you. Thank you so much for listening to the starting three. We will see you next week. Thank you so much for tuning in.